Hi everyone, I'm here with a quick update to let you guys know how our two little embryos are progressing, and I also wanted to give you all a big thank you for all of your kind, beautiful, encouraging words and prayers that we received. I showed them all to Tim and he was really touched as well. It meant a lot that, we've got your support as well. It was really special, so thank you. It's Friday morning, so a few days have passed since my last update. Every single morning I've been calling the lab to get an update on how the embryos are progressing. Each morning I call, my heart is beating out of my chest. I'm just praying and praying that it's good news each day. So far so good. I called them yesterday. They said they were still looking at the embryos when I called, so they'd have to give me a call back. And 15 minutes went by, which is how long they said they'd take to call me back. And then another 10 minutes went by, another 5 minutes went by. Each minute that went by just concerned me that they were going to be calling with bad news. But they called and said that, so it was day 3 yesterday, that the leading embryo is 8 cells, which is what they like to see, and the other one is a little bit behind at 6 cells. They said that the one that's behind could still catch up, but it may not. Today's day 4, and they don't like to look at the embryos on day 4. I'm pretty sure that's a universal thing. They tend to keep them in the little incubators on day 4. So we're just praying that by tomorrow morning we get good news and we can do a day 5 transfer. In my last video I mentioned that the nurse was saying we may need to do a day 3 transfer, and my concerns with that. I have read many forums with successful day 3 transfer stories, and so I know it's regardless of whether you do a transfer day 3 or day 5, if it's a genetically sound, genetically okay embryo, it'll survive regardless of what day it's transferred. The embryologist did say to me when I spoke to them that because one of the embryos is doing well, I could wait till day 5 to do a transfer, and that it was perfectly reasonable for me to want to do that because embryos at day 5 have better implantation, and we have a bit more of an idea of the quality of the embryo. There is that risk that we lose both of them, but if that happens, we would have most likely lost it in a pregnancy anyway. If it doesn't survive till day 5, it's very likely it wouldn't have made a viable pregnancy. So they were very encouraging of me to wait to do a day 5 transfer, and so that's what we decided to do. I did ask the embryologist as to why 7 failed to fertilise and whether that's normal and whether they can tell why, give me a reason why. They said it could be multiple reasons and there's no way of knowing. The sperm binded to the egg, so that's a good sign. It wasn't a binding issue, they just didn't go in. Hello. It could have been my eggs that were poor quality. It could have been the sperm, but they just have no idea what it could have been. What are you doing? It's looking at a butterfly outside. Can you see a butterfly? Is it your friend? There's another one. It's a beautiful day outside, so we're gonna go out into the garden after this. Does that sound good? Basically IVF, what I've learnt and what I didn't realise before is that even though my AMH, egg reserve, is good, high, Tim's sperm analysis was good, you just can't, it's Mother Nature, you can't guarantee that every egg will fertilise. I did have a concern that it had something to do with my husband's sample, because his sperm analysis that was done last year was close to 8 to 9 months ago. So I asked the nurse, can the sperm analysis change dramatically in 8 to 9 months? And she said no. So that was, because my next question was going to be, well, why didn't, we get a more up-to-date one so we knew what we were looking at? But she said no. And she also said if we've had pregnancies in the past and gotten pregnant in the past, then it's likely they don't tend to offer ICSI as an option for first IVF or the first round of IVF. It's just not what they do if there's been a pregnancy in the past. And, oh my, so much love. You're just so loving. You got so much love for me. I'm so lucky. So much love. Hey, my little snuggle one. So much love. Bless you, beautiful thing. Oh, I'm really sorry. All my videos involve cats, and it's probably really irritating for people who don't really like cats. We're not here to talk about you. I cannot even remember what I was saying. Cooper. What was I saying? Something about sperm analysis. I honestly cannot remember what I was saying. My train of thought has completely gone. Basically, I think I was saying they don't offer ICSI to first round IVF patients who have had pregnancies in the past or whose sperm analysis came back absolutely fine. So they said if we do IVF again in the future, if we need to, they probably will offer ICSI to us, and may give me different medications. The medications I was on may have affected my egg quality, but they didn't go into too much detail about that. I think we need to talk to our OB about that kind of thing. Symptoms wise, I've felt relatively okay, especially the last couple of days, yesterday and today, this morning. I've felt a lot more normal, and a lot more like I can move and without walking super slow from room to room. I am still at home, but I could have gone back to work yesterday, but because I chose not to, because I just was afraid of getting bad news from the lab and then having to work the day. I just wouldn't have been very productive at all. So I chose to stay home, which work was fine with. I was going to go to work today, but they said they're fine and they just want me to rest and relax before hopefully tomorrow's transfer. I'm still getting slight twinges on the ovaries. I'm pretty sure that's normal, seeing they've been jabbed quite a number of times. I'm taking progesterone gel or cream, the progesterone you put up there, twice a day, so in the morning and at night. I've been doing that since the day after egg collection, and I had to take 6 clicks of the Ovidril the day after egg collection as well, and I had to take another 6 clicks last night. That's all of the medications I'm on, and so I'm just trying to keep busy and stay hopeful. My husband has been really good, really supportive. We were going to film a video together because it's about time he made an appearance. We were going to film last night, but he came home with such a headache, and he was in a really bit of a negative headspace, which is not like him. Usually we alternate. One of us will feel bad, the other one will feel stronger, and will support the other who's feeling weaker. But so that was yesterday. I was feeling stronger out of the two of us yesterday. I think he's just feeling really defeated with the whole journey so far, and you know, the night that we found out that only 2 fertilised, he was really encouraging and trying to keep me feeling hopeful, because obviously I was really upset. But again, we're so grateful that at least 2 fertilised, and there's still hope. It's a tricky one though, because you want to be hopeful and, you know, pray for success, but you also want to protect yourself from that heartbreak. It's a little bit like when I was pregnant the second time after the first miscarriage. It's hard to, you don't want to get too connected because of the chance of losing the pregnancy, but for me that just wasn't possible to stay disconnected. You know, that second pregnancy we heard and saw the heartbeat 3 or 4 times before the 8-week mark, so it's impossible to disconnect yourself that much and not feel a connection to something that is living and growing and inside you. So anyway, we are staying hopeful, and if we get heartbreaking news on Saturday morning, that's just the way it is. We're just got to keep trusting that, you know, everything's happening for a reason, and have faith, as hard as that is sometimes. A transfer is scheduled for tomorrow at 10:15 in the morning, and they'll call us in earlier than that if we're not able to go ahead. Thanks so much again for all of your support and lovely wishes and prayers. It really does mean a lot to both of us, and we'll keep you posted on what happens tomorrow. Happy Friday. Bye.